Hello and welcome to 365 Days of Excelling with Clive. This is day 104 and today we are looking at writing our first macro. So we want to see how we can code an Excel workbook to be able to automate quite a number of things in Excel. So the first thing that we are going to do today is to show you around Excel and where you would capture your macro or where you would program your macro. And we'll just write 1 or 2 lines of code to just show you how to get started with writing your first macro. So previously I looked at how to record a macro, but today we want to go into the macro editing window and try to record a code from blank. So let's get started. We have a lot of things to do today. So the first thing you would want to do is to make sure that you have the developer tab added on your workbook. If you don't have, it's simple. You can just right click here on your ribbon and say customize ribbon. Then under here, under tabs here, then you can see the developer tab. In your workbook, it might be unticked. Just make sure you tick it. If you can't find it here, just go to popular commands, or if you can't find it still, go to all commands. You should be able to find the developer tab. Once you edit, then you can go to the developer tab and you go to Visual Basic. Okay. An alternative way to get to the Visual Basic is to press Alt F11. Okay, then you can go there. So here you are now in the developer tab where you can capture your macros. You'll see the workbook I'm working with is this one. So this is my current workbook I'm working in. Okay. My current workbook. Then here I have Microsoft Excel objects. The objects which I have here is sheets. So I have a sheet. It only have one sheet. So if I add a new sheet, they will also come here. And if I want to write a program that is specific to that sheet, I can add it in that sheet object. And if I want to write a code that is specific to the entire workbook, I can put it here in the workbook. Or alternatively, I can add more modules here. I'll show you just now how to add a module. But here you can see this is another workbook. I'm not working in this workbook. So I just want to work in this workbook only. So you can also see that the workbook extension, even if I go back to my workbook again, you'll see that the extension is XLSM. So before you record a macro or before you capture or before you type a code, make sure that you save your workbook as XLSM. If you don't have it saved already as XLSM, you just have to go to your file and save as. Let me just quickly show you that as well. So if you don't have your workbook already saved as an macro-enabled workbook, you go to File, then you go Save As, the normal Save As, and under the Save As, you just select Save As XLSM. Okay, I'll press Alt F11 to go back to my editing window. Now, what I want to do is I want to add a module to contain my macro. Okay, I right-click here and say Insert. What do I want to insert? I want to insert a module. Okay. So I've inserted a module and the name is module 1. I can rename the module, but I'm not going to show that today. I'll show it on another day. Okay, so now I'm in the module now. I can write my code in here. So this is where you basically write your code. Your window might look differently because mine I've dragged things around to look the way I want them to look. You might see it differently, but basically here that's where you write your code in the blank space that is there. So I'll start writing my code. Okay, I'm calling my subroutine or my macro HW, which stands for hello world. It doesn't have to be HW. You can put whatever here. I can say hi W. Okay, hi world. Then I just say enter. The moment I click enter, you can see Excel IntelliSense automatically adds the end sub. So if I start a routine, a subroutine, that subroutine have to be ended. So it gets ended by the wording end sub. Then in between sub and end sub, that's where I put the code I want to execute when I run that macro. So all I want to do is to display a message box. So you can see here, just make sure you get the spelling right. MsgBox. That's the message box I want to display. Then what do I want to display within that message box? I just put in quotes because I want to display text. And I say, hello world. Okay, that's it. This is my message box. Let me just run it. So to run it, I just go to run here. So I click this green icon here to run my macro. You can see here, here's the message, hello world. Then I can say okay to just end it basically. So the moment I click OK, then it gets added. Okay. So let me click again, run sub, then hello world. So well done. You have written your first macro or your first subroutine. So tomorrow we'll be looking at more things around editing subroutines and writing subroutines. So stay tuned. If you have liked this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel so that you can get notifications when I upload new videos. That's it, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.